Hey guys, welcome back again to part 2 of the Amsterdam story. It's episode 3 and we're talking with the homie Andy again to bring you some closure to this adventure that we went on together. And allow me to apologize to you all for the delay in timing. I appreciate all of your patience, and I'm going to continue to work on getting you guys some quality content because I want you all to enjoy this just as much as I am to bring it to you. I've got some interesting stuff in the works that I'm currently working on and trying to get out for you guys, including more content for your ear holes, which will be coming soon. But with that being said, listen up. Let's go.
You know what I heard?
Spill it. I gotta know.
I think it could be true.
Can you believe what they just said?
That can't be true.
Tell me more.
Have you heard?
They said what? Do you believe everything you hear? This is Rumorcast.
Okay. So, this morning I was reading Reddit. And I want to know if you saw this.
I haven't even been on Reddit this morning, so.
You haven't? Okay.
No.
I was shocked at how this is even a thing, like how this is even possible. There's a church that offers a miracle cure called MMS. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
Okay. So the name of the church is called Genesis 2 Church of Health, right?
Okay.
And it plans to have this conference at a hotel resort in Washington that is going to advertise and promote this quote-unquote miracle cure that claims to cure 95% of all diseases in the world.
It's a bold statement.
I know, right? But get this. Okay, are you ready for this? You know what this is? You know what MMS is?
What?
It's fucking bleach.
So what the hell are they doing with it?
They're getting people to ingest it as this miracle cure drink. I cannot say miracle today. This miracle cure drink. Okay, so MMS, it's basically chlorine dioxide. It's this bleach that's used on like the industrial treatment of water plants and stuff like that, right? Yep. To purify and cleanse water. So what these churches are doing is they're creating fake companies to get their hands on this shit and then sell it to the public. So like it's been shut down now, I'm sure, but you were able to go on their website and purchase it, and you purchase these packets. What the hell did they call the packets? They were selling packets of what, they had a specific name for it. I can't remember what it was. Shit. But anyway, it would come in these they called them mineral solutions. And they would come in these packets that you would like mix in water and then you would drink the fucking water, dude. Like, why? Seriously. Yeah, seriously. I'm not making this bullshit up. This is like a
so
real
do you just
thing.
Vomit all your demons out? Or?
I guess. Like, the bishop of the church was saying that the quote-unquote sacramental protocols sold by the group can eliminate 95% of the world's diseases, including malaria, Ebola, dengue fever, all types of cancer, diabetes, ready for this one, autism, HIV, and MS. So it sells these 4-ounce bottles of sodium chloride as quote-unquote sacramental cleansing water for $15. And it gives you instructions on how to mix it with, citric acid to make chlorine dioxide. Tell me that is not some Jonestown fucking bullshit right now.
Well, I mean, in theory, they are ridding the world of it because everyone's dying. So if everybody dies from it, then yeah, they rid the world of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, and this conference at this hotel is they're charging these people or I'm sorry, not charging. They're making the people, quote unquote, donate to the church to attend this. So it's either $450 each or $800 per couple.
That's Scientology level shit there.
I know, man. It's like I'm torn between, like this. Whoever this church is, the people that run this church need to be brought up on attempted murder. Like, seriously, they need to be brought up.
But at the same time, they're not forcing people to do it. People are voluntarily doing it. They're that stupid.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And that was the other half that I'm torn on, but I'll get to that in a second. But the point being is they're selling it as a miracle cure, though. So they're preying on people's stupidity.
You can't say the word cure.
Right. And that's
when you say that, that's when you get legal obligations.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and that is 100% what they're advertising it at.
Because
it's a cure.
Like years ago, there was somebody that created a loaf of bread that curbed appetite, and he put on the label that it cured obesity, and his business was shut down because he used the word cure, because that can only be used by the Food and Drug Administration. Really?
I didn't know that.
They literally, and what the whole irony part of it, they got rid of all of his product. They basically destroyed it all, and yet they could have given all of it to homeless or to poor, starving countries instead of just destroying all of his product. So
interesting.
Yep.
That is definitely interesting. I didn't know that the FDA had the word cure on lockdown like that.
Pretty sure they do. Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like what the hell was it? The soap thing. Like you can't body wash cannot be called soap because of the FDA.
Yep.
Like that's why it's called body wash. Yeah. So you'll never see a body wash bottle with the word soap on it.
Yep.
Because it's technically, given the processes they go through, it's technically not soap. So, but yeah, can you fucking
that's the same word. That's the same as the word cream. Why some of it is spelt different with that special E on it and stuff, because some only specific products can be called cream.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. Look at any of the little ins and outs of bullshit that we talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just stupidity.
Stupidity, yes, but I mean, it is. God, yeah, it is. Like, I'm sorry if you're. I mean, they were talking about people giving this to their children, to their babies, and while the baby is screaming and crying while they're fucking shoving the shit down their throat, like, oh man, I just.
So tell me what percentage of those people, even though I'm guessing or hoping it's very small, are non-vaxxers?
Ooh.
Just saying.
I hope all of them. I'm sorry. I shouldn't wish death on people, but fuck, man. Like, how dumb can you be? Like, all you... man, I just...
That's a whole nother tangent.
Yeah, seriously. If you are that manipulated, you need to read more. You need to educate yourself. People, anybody that's listening to this, please take the time to just read and educate yourself and just learn about the world. Get out from under the fucking rock.
By legitimate doctors.
Yes. Yeah. Seriously, there's a reason they go through. That's what they're doing. The 8 years in school, they're fucking reading. That's all they're fucking doing. Like, they're reading, they're practicing medicine. Like, they're learning about the medicinal world. You are not going to get your fucking cure from a Facebook post. I'm sorry.
YouTube video.
Yeah. Like, oh, man. It pisses me off that so much is believed from just a fucking Facebook trend. Like, that's all this fucking is. That's all this anti-vax shit is a fucking Facebook trend. That's it. And it's killing people. That is so disappointing. And that's where I'm torn, is like, part of me is like, well, survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? Like, but
it's true, but I don't know.
It's cold. It's cold. And I feel guilty for saying that, something like that. But that's a part of nature. You know, it's whoever's the fittest is going to survive. That's how nature works.
Yep.
And there's nothing to say that, you know, you can't be fit in the brain.
If they wanted to do it, then fine. But when it's putting, like, if they were doing it to themselves and had that, but when they're doing it to a child that can't make that decision, or they're putting all these other people at risk, like newborns that can't have their vaccinations until they're 1 year of age, like they're killing other people's children that can't get vaccinated. So
yeah, it's the exposure. You're killing other people in the process. Like, just because your child may have survived the measles. Oh my God, that's a whole nother topic. Have you heard about measles parties?
Yes.
Oh
God,
my
that was
God.
terrible.
Oh, is that awful? Fucking measles parties. How is a diseased party a popular thing? How are moms,
chickenpox parties,
dude? How are moms collectively coming to? Oh yes, this is fun. Oh my God, Billy, he's got so many red bumps. He looks so cute. Bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, oh, I'm disappointed in humanity. Okay, well, I think we've
set the bar lower.
I know, right? Participation trophies, yay. Okay. Wow, we went off on a little tangent there, didn't we?
Oh, we could keep going.
Yeah, we'll save that for...
Talk about my weird neighbors.
Weird neighbors?
Yeah, there's the people that live across the alley.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The one that we're using your trash can.
Yeah, those people. Well, it's like yesterday, we only worked half day, and I spent the time that I got home until late in the evening doing yard work and cleaning stuff up and whatnot. So I went and bought these two little shrubs that I planted next to the house. And while I was digging the hole for these shrubs, the neighbor across the alley was yelling something about like going on to somebody's property. I was like, I don't know.
This was the one across the alley?
Yep.
Was yelling at somebody else. Yeah.
I just heard him yelling, so I just ignored it, just digging my hole. So I was just, the next thing I know, the dude like is walking up to me and he's like, "Hey, I was asking to come on your property." I was just like, I kind of looked at him like, "Well, I didn't say yes, you know."
Right, exactly. Now, where are you? I'm sorry, where's the shrub?
Right next to my house, like on the driveway. So, I'm basically touching my house. So it's not over by the garages or by the alley. Like, he had to come all the way across my property to my house.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So this isn't, that's what I was getting at, because your garage is right by the alley. So I kind of had
this is basically the front corner of the house.
So, yeah, you're all the way the fuck across the yard on your property. Okay.
Oh, yeah, like on the front of my house. Okay. So.
Oh, on the front?
On the front corner. You know that, like...
oh, yeah. I know exactly where you're talking about.
Type corner that you got to watch out not to hit while you're backing out or something?
Yeah, that half retaining wall. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I was planting them.
And he's yelling at you from his property?
Yep. Well, he was, and then he walked and he was right next to me. He walked all the way up to me.
What the fuck did he want?
Well, he's like, "Hey, I was asking to come on your property." I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about being a dick before." And I was like, "I've never met this dude." I was like, "I don't know what the hell he's talking about."
Okay.
So I was like, "That's okay." It's like, yeah, just thought I'd tell you that I was sorry about being a dick. And this dude's got these like weird special yellow tinted glasses. One of the lenses is missing and his hair's all frizzed out, and he's like, "Yeah, these are my special glasses for my Tourette's," or not Tourette's, what did he say? My epilepsy. That's what he said. But it's like missing a lens.
What the fuck? Do you only get I'm not trying to sound stupid, but can you get epilepsy in only one eye? Like, is that a thing?
No, because, the lens wouldn't just be missing. So, I don't know.
Wow. Did he seem off? Did he seem like
he looked like he was tweaking.
Oh, God. That's great.
So, well, that or off his meds, one or the other.
Well, that could be too. I wouldn't be surprised there. Was that it? What happened?
So and then he's like, yeah, you look like you've been working out. And I was like, yeah. So after like him talking more a little bit, I think he assumed I was Anthony, because Anthony, he went over to their house once and hung out over there.
I remember
So I'm
you telling
guessing
me
he was
that.
thinking that it was Anthony that he was talking to. Because then he was like, yeah, I was glad you didn't lose your property or something. I don't know what the hell he was talking about there.
What the
But
fuck? High as a fucking kite.
so then I just kept kind of digging my hole, grabbing my shovel real tight. But
It's like I'm not
like,
digging a
so I'm
hole
like,
for a shrub
how
today.
big am I digging this hole? So
Right? Oh my god. Do I have spare wood for a cross?
pretty much.
Oh man.
So I mean, then he just kind of stood there quietly. I just kept digging my hole. So then I'm like, so yeah, I'll talk to you later. And it's like, yeah, totally. And then he just walks off, and my neighbor Jay and Ben was over, and they were outside. So he stops where those shrubs are in between our two properties, and is standing between them, talking to Jay and Ben. And he points to Ben. He's like, "Yeah, I like you, but Jay, with your tats, I don't like you, man." And so it's like, I don't like that ink.
Oh my god.
And he's like,
Freak.
he starts looking at Jay's propane tank. He's like, yeah, he's like, I could sell that and make some good money.
Are you fucking serious?
And then he starts like looking into Jay's window into his bar, and Jay just goes inside and closes his blind. He's like, fuck this.
Oh, seriously, man. You point at the propane tank and say, I could sell this. Oh, let's peek in his fucking window, see what else I could sell.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
So
Wow.
yeah, he keeps going on and on, just talking about random stupid stuff, and like they don't even know what he's talking about, And then he was about to walk away. He turned around, walked the other way for a little bit, and then he turns around and he's like, "Oh yeah, one more thing." And he does like this arm curl and like this loud roar to him. I don't know what that was. He's like, "Roar!" and then he turns around again and walks back to his property.
Oh my god. Wow. Best neighbor ever.
Jay and Ben just look at each other like, what the hell is going on?
Man. I am so sorry you have that kind of neighbor.
Well, that's half of it. So
Hold on, we're only halfway there. Whew, hold on, I got to get my seat adjusted for this shit. Go on.
So the rest of the evening was fine. Actually, people across the other street, the cops were called because they were screaming at each other. But that's completely different story, different people. But the rest of the evening was fine. Then this morning, I went to bed fairly early. It was like 11, midnight. So I woke up 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh, I got a couple things I wanted to do outside. So I went into my big garage, opened up the door, and I was painting this little decorative thing that the last homeowner left here, and I thought it was kind of cool. So I just repainting it to put it back outside. And I'm in the back of my garage where that bench is and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
I'm working. All of a sudden, I hear footsteps, and the dude's in my garage with me.
The same guy?
Yeah, like in my garage.
So is this the same day?
Nope, different day. This is this morning, and
God.
all this stuff happened yesterday, and now this morning, he just walks into my garage, and it's 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And he's got like a beer sticking out of his pocket, and then
shit.
I grabbed my screwdriver because it was right next to me. So I was like, I didn't want to stab somebody this morning, but I guess.
Your party didn't stop, but it's about to.
Yep. So he's like, "Oh, you work for?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What's going on, man?"
Fuck.
This guy's like mid-30s, 30. I'd put him at about 38, maybe. And I was like, "Not much, just working. What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just." And he pauses and pauses. "I was just going out for a walk." And I was like, "Okay. So what's going on?" He's like, "Nothing. Just going out for a walk, man." I was like, "Okay, well, have fun." And then he's like verbatim, and he's like, "If the 5-0 ask about me. He's like, you didn't see me, aight?
Oh my God, homie, you are so not fucking ghetto. There's a difference between ghetto and white trash.
Like, yep.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
He
hide
screamed it. I should have asked him how he spells that.
That would have been epic. Oh my God, if you could have gotten a recording of that.
I.
T.
I.
No, if the
So
cops
I'm like,
come looking.
all right. And he's like, yeah. And he just kind of slowly turns around and walks out of the garage and just looking all over the place and just walks across the rest of my property, like down my driveway and off wherever he went. And then I closed the garage door, so I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, no shit. For real. Why does he
haven't seen him since then.
God, man, why does he keep coming over to your place? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Because this is obviously the same guy that's been using your fucking trash can, right?
Yep. Well, it could have been. I think it was his whole family. You know, it wasn't just him using it. It was his family using my trash can. So
you need to go back over there and tell his wife to put him back on the fucking leash.
I'm guessing it's probably their kid that lives with them.
Oh, I was thinking this was an older guy. How old would this guy be? Like
this guy's in his 30s, but
okay.
the folks, you know, they're probably in their 60s.
See, that's what I was thinking. It was somebody older, but that's dude, what a twisted kid. Man.
Oh no, yeah. Weird guy.
It's super weird. I want to let you know, and I'm going to apologize to my fans. All one of them. That
thanks. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Love you, Mom. This will forever be my favorite episode if the cops come interrupt this session to talk to you about that fucker across the alleyway.
But yes, I seen him.
Oh, did you get him on camera?
Yeah, because I could definitely show him. Yeah,
did you save that?
It saves for at least 7 days, so I have plenty of time to go and save it.
Yeah,
saves in the cloud, 24/7 capture, and then I can go in and save whatever I need to.
Totally, I want to see that video, man. I want to see the video of. Do you have both?
I should have both, yeah, from yesterday too. Yep.
I'm not fucking with you right now. Was that a knock at the door?
No, it wasn't. That was probably my desk.
Oh, okay. I got so excited right there. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I definitely want to see all that video footage. Sorry, fans, you're not going to be able to see that shit. We're not going to out these people, but... Oh, that's so crazy.
I know when he was talking to Jay and Ben yesterday, he said something about, it's like, I know people think it, but I'm not a tweaker, man.
Sure. No, totally believe it, bro.
Why would you say that if you weren't?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Why would you defend yourself against something that
nobody was even talking about?
Yeah, nobody's contesting it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we think you're a fucking weirdo, but meth didn't pop up until you said something, and now we're kind of curious.
Yep.
Now I know where to get the hookup.
I wouldn't want to take whatever shit he's got.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Oh my God, that is so crazy.
So yeah, that's been my last 2 days.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. The yard looks good though.
Oh, love it. Oh man. So, God, I hope you're safe. So where did we leave off?
Oh, I think we were going to go back to the other part of our Amsterdam trip, huh?
Yeah. I think I teased all one of my fans about the space cake incident. I think that's where we left.
That's where you left off, yeah.
So yeah. I went on an adventure. Oh, no, you were with me at that point. Okay.
Yeah, I was with you because we went to all the Bulldog cafes because you were wondering where you could buy it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We walked down that. Oh, that was a beautiful, walk of stores. Wow, that came out super bad.
Walk of stores.
That was a beautiful walk of stores.
No, it was a path down the canal that was covered with stores all along the edge of it, with cafes and little music shops and different things like that.
Yeah, it was
Really,
gorgeous.
really cool.
Yeah, it
Little
was.
chocolate stores.
Yeah, it was everything. I mean, it wasn't just like the cafes. It was a mix of everything, and it was awesome. I would love to live in a section of town like that. It was just you'd wake up feeling like like the Folgers commercials.
Right.
Oh man!
Come down the stairs and your brother's home.
Oh my god!
Except he brought his boyfriend, and now he's exiled from the family.
No more coffee for you, bitch.
We don't serve the gays coffee.
Oh my god! Oh shit! And there goes my one fan. So, yeah, and the smell was pungent. Like you could tell exactly where the stuff was.
It was dank.
It was dank, very dank. But we went into a couple. You came in there with me. We went into a couple, and I don't know. It was kind of awkward, I guess, because at least I had the dumb. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what to ask for or anything like that. And so we went further down the street, and we went into a corner shop that was a bulldog themed. So there were three of them. So they had two cafes, and then they had the one actual store that was right there on the corner. And we went in there, and they told us it's in the cafe. But at that point, it was like, whatever. So I think we started looking for stores until we came across this Armenian shop. And the Armenian shop, he spoke broken English. He spoke English pretty good, but you could tell it was obviously not his first language. And I remember trying to communicate with him, like, yeah. Do you have any pot brownies? Do you have any pot brownies? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just has a stupid look on his face. And language barrier, boom. He just had no clue what the fuck a pot brownie was. And I'm like, marijuana, THC in, a brownie and chocolate. And he's like, oh, and that's when he tells us that the storefronts are just tourist traps. And this was like legit what he had said to us. Like this is a tourist trap. It's just knick-knack. It's stuff like that. It's just selling. I can't think of the word. Words are hard today. But anyway, it was just like when you walk into a truck stop and you see those stupid little things they fucking sell. It's just like that. Only it was themed for marijuana. But he says, "Oh no! You want to go around to Babylon?" And I'm like, what the fuck is Babylon? And he literally tells us to go down this alley and take a right and go in the first door, and in there is a shop, and they'll get you what you need.
That sounds sketchy as fuck.
Super fucking sketchy, dude. So we started walking down this alleyway, and it was so sketch, like 100%, because
it was very dimly lit.
Oh yeah, and storefronts ended. There were no people, So the one person that rounds the corner to come down the alley, you're like, oh fuck, this is it. We're getting robbed. But no, I mean it was fine. And then we went into the alley and. We went around the corner and into that door, and sure enough, it was actually a pretty sweet, just lounge. It was just a lounge, and all it was you had your little tiny counter with all the product behind the counter and two store clerks, and then through the next door was this huge decked out room with a whole bunch of. It was a square room. And all the walls of the room were lined with this huge sectional sofa. And you had like chairs and couches, and it looked like a totally comfy joint, and of course smelled just as pungent as on the street with Bulldog. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to communicate to this guy what a pot brownie is, and he is just like lost. He is 100% lost, has no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, look, you know marijuana? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, marijuana, chocolate in the oven, cooked. And he's like, oh, space cake. And I was like, now I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm like, what? And he's like, space cake, space cake. And he turns around and he grabs this little tray that's wrapped in cellophane and hands it to me. And sure enough, it's a fucking pot brownie. So if you ever go to Amsterdam, nobody in Amsterdam has any fucking idea what a pot brownie is. You have to ask for space cake. Because that is the only way they know it out there is space cake. They don't know what the fuck a pot brownie is. So I got the pot brownie, and just to play it safe, we went back to the hotel. And I did as responsible people do. You hear all those stories about, oh, yeah, I'm not feeling anything. And you just start hoofing it down. So I ate half, and then I waited. And I waited for over an hour.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I waited.
You took a shower.
Yeah, and I was nothing. Absolutely nothing. So now I'm like, oh, great, tourist trap, just got ripped the fuck off. But it was a good brownie. So basically, I just got ripped off on a brownie. So I ate the rest of it. And we were chilling watching TV when all of a sudden I notice I have cotton mouth.
Well, yeah, because it was like an hour later.
Oh, yeah. It's at about that 2 hour mark.
And I just hear like a, huh. And I look over and you're like staring at me bug-eyed. I'm like, whoa. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
like,
man.
I feel it. I was like, it looks like you're feeling a lot of shit right now.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was high as fuck. Oh, my God. It hit me. It came on a little bit, but I mean, at one point it just hit me so fucking hard where I could barely talk. I had never been so thankful to be back at the hotel, because if I was out in public with that shit, oh my God, that would have been a bad deal. And then I tried talking to you.
Yeah.
That didn't go over so well.
No.
Because I remember you looking at me and be like, homie, are you okay?
You're like, I feel the space snakes. I'm like, space snakes? What kind of slithery shit are you doing?
Oh, man, yeah, that was so horrible. I could barely talk, dude. Space snakes!
That was the running joke for the rest of the trip.
The entire rest of the trip. I mean, even on the plane ride home, I would hear Andy across the seat on the plane, just, space snakes! Oh, my God. So, yeah, that ended the day off pretty fucking good. Yep. Man, I felt like I'd slept 10 years when I woke up that next day. I was so well rested and just ready to go, which was a benefit. Yep. And then came disappointment that morning, because we took off at about 7:30. And we went to Quarter Poutine to try and get coffee, and they were closed. And I was like, what the fuck? Why? Like, I want this to be my morning routine. So I was actually pretty disappointed in that. But we went back to the hotel, and then we just grabbed breakfast back there and whatnot. And what were we? Oh, yeah, that was the day we were going to take the train to Cologne or Brussels, one of the two.
We were going to go to Cologne that day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we were going to go to Cologne, Germany. And, man, okay. Actually, I've been lying to people this whole time. There was a language barrier there. Oh, no, because she did speak English. But when we got into the train station, it was like everything was in
Dutch.
In Dutch, yeah. There wasn't
all the signs. Everybody was speaking it. Like even on the overhead voice when they're announcing things, like that was all in Dutch. Like nothing was in English at the train station.
Yeah. So it was real difficult that was pretty difficult to navigate. So be warned if you go into that gay station.
The gay station. Hey, boys.
I'm going to take you for a ride. When you go into the train station and try to navigate it, it's going to be a little tough, but we eventually made our way over to the attendant at the booth.
Well, that was because we were trying to use the kiosk, and that was unsuccessful.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that was highly unsuccessful.
Because it was saying it was like 3 times the cost than what we were seeing online. And
yeah, what prices were we looking at online?
I thought it was somewhere around 65 euros to go one way, I think, or something. But when we were looking on the computer or on the kiosk, it was like 210. Something like that.
Yeah.
It was substantially higher than what it was saying online.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's when we were like, fuck that, let's find somebody. And luckily we found the attendant, and the attendant spoke perfect English, no problem. But I remember asking her, I was like, yeah, we want to ask about train tickets to Cologne. And she was like, sure. And I was like, we'd want a round trip for today. And that's when she was like, just got this look on her face, like, excuse me? Like, what did you say? You mean to come back tomorrow? And I was like, no, I mean to go there today and to come back today. And she was just like, no. Because when we looked online, the train to Cologne was only like, what, hour and a half, 2-hour trip?
Yep.
Yeah, so we figure, we leave in the morning, get up early, leave in the morning, and then spend the day in Cologne, and then come back and make it back by about, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night and be fine. But apparently that 2-hour one way is actually 4 hours one way. And to boot, one of the trains got canceled.
Yep.
When we went to go, so the train there, that next train there got canceled. And that spooked me the fuck out. I was like, okay, hold up. Because if we go to one of these places like Cologne or Brussels or whatever, and it's common for trains to get canceled, like, I don't want to go there and not be able to come back. Yeah. So we put a kibosh.
What was funny was because you questioned her about it being canceled. You're like, wait, it was canceled? And she says, yeah, didn't you hear it? We announced it. It's like, it was all in Dutch.
You're right.
Like, well, I heard something, but I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah. Do I look Dutch to you, lady? No, stupid fat American.
Got a fanny pack.
And a fanny pack. I did not have a fanny pack.
I know.
I am not Joe Rogan. Joe, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I had to take a stab because I know you like fanny packs. Oh, man. So no, and then we just said fuck it and decided to find more stuff to do around Amsterdam. And then as we were leaving the train station, we made that typical American blunder that we swore wouldn't happen. And it happened.
I got hit by a bike.
Fuck, man.
Sure thing. She was hauling ass. And that was like right around the curve, though.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people.
There's a specific bike path, and there was a lot of people. I stopped, waited for a big train of bicyclists to go through, and I looked left, and then I looked right, and I was like, okay, it's clear. Obviously, I didn't listen to Mom when I was younger because you got to look both ways twice.
Right.
But I didn't. As soon as I stepped out, I heard like this lady yelling, "Whoa!" and she's like, her tires screech, and she hits me, and I fall over quick, and I get up quick, and she was pissed. I mean, rightfully so, but I mean, it was an accident, so calm down.
Right, exactly. But I mean, that crowd that was behind us, because it wasn't just you and me waiting there, because they had a lot of construction and shit going on, and there was a crowd behind us, and it was almost like pushing us into the fucking lane.
Yep.
And when it happened, I was looking, because you were looking to the right, I was looking to the left and saw her come around, so I didn't move. And then all of a sudden I hear her yelling, and that's when I look over, and by the time I look over, you guys were on the ground. I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I was kind of mad about that. I was like, God, you guys need to... She was hauling ass, like 100% hauling ass. Like, you should have been on a dirt bike hauling ass. Like, she was flying through there. So that actually makes me wonder... Is she like an entitled driver? Like, because we have the entitled drivers here that just, they think they control the roadway and, get out of my way. They're cutting people off. I wonder if that was like that.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Huh. It could be.
No. Well, whatever. You hurt your ankle though, man.
Oh yeah, that was swollen. I could barely walk on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I put up with it because we did a lot that day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. What did we do after that? Was
well,
that same day? Or was that the next
yes.
day? Okay.
No, because after that we went to that little cafe where we talked to that really cool guy that was in the window.
Yeah, no, it was in a store, and the store had, because kind of like how the grocery stores out here have, what's it called? Like the Caribous and stuff in the store. This store had Lot 51 coffee, like tucked in the back corner. And I just, like, that was like one of the main things I went to Amsterdam for was the coffee. And, or I'm sorry, was it Lot 61? Is it 51, 61? Something like that. But that was like one of the top ones on my list that I wanted to try. And here they had like this little outlet tucked in the back corner. And that guy, do you remember his name?
Nope.
Damn it, me either. He was totally cool. We just sat there and we bullshitted for how long with that guy?
Probably a good hour and a half.
Yeah. And he was telling us all about like the different ins and outs of Amsterdam and living in Amsterdam and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really cool. He was a good dude. And then, yeah, because it was after that. Oh, because we were killing time because we were early in going to the dungeon. Or was that?
We were going to the Wax Museum.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then when we were buying our tickets to the Wax Museum, she's like, hey, like, you can buy tickets for this and the dungeon at a discount. So we're like, all right, why not? It's a big tourist attraction here. So actually, I was kind of questioning it because my ankle was hurting, but you were the one that kind of pushed. He's like, hey, let's do it. It's like, we're only here this one trip. So we're like, yeah, do it.
Just play me out like an asshole. Suck it up, you fucking pussy. Let's go.
Yep. So, yeah, we went to the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. That's what it was.
Tussauds, yes.
And this museum is just... It's just a big place where she does models of celebrities and stuff.
Yes.
It was a big place.
Huge. But how many floors was it?
4, I think. Because when you start, you take an elevator up to the 4th floor, and then you work your way down.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah, that was a huge wax museum. I was shocked.
Everything was done really well. I mean, there was a couple where you could tell maybe it was early work or something, but a lot of those were very lifelike looking.
Yeah, they were.
Including the one that fucked with you that I was laughing about forever.
Dude. That was so stupid. That's set up there on purpose.
Yep.
So we got to this room. Well, the way it worked was in each room that you went into was a different theme. So you had a theme for like music. You had a theme for actors and actresses, sports. You know, you name it. You go through. Well, they had one because Amsterdam has the what is that festival of music? What is that?
Oh, I can't think of the name of it.
It's like the electronic music festival, something. It was right before the Bach Beer Festival. And so anyway, DJs are a big thing there. Like DJs are just as big as celebrities are there. And so we come into this room and it's themed around the whole DJing thing. And so on the corner wall, you have these 2 big DJ booths with what do I assume are the famous DJs of that area. And there's a guy standing there, and there's this girl that's like running around on stage, just like playing. There's just kids that were playing, and he's standing there and he's taking pictures of her. And we were taking pictures of everything, so I was just kind of like waiting my turn, and I'm waiting for this guy, and he's taking for fucking ever, dude. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? How many pictures are you gonna fucking take? And then the girl runs off. And he's still taking pictures. And I'm like, what the fuck are you taking pictures of now? Your daughter's gone, bro. Like, what the fuck? And that's when I honestly, I was getting mad. So I go to fucking.
You look at me.
I look at you.
I'm laughing.
I look at you and I'm like, can you fucking believe this guy? And then I turned back around and I was actually going to tap him on the shoulder, like, dude, can you move? Other people need to turn. And as soon as I get close, dude, it's a fucking wax figure. Like, I got pissed off at a wax figure, and they somehow rigged up his cell phone that he was holding to take pictures to create flashes from taking, like when you take a picture and you have a flash on. Yeah, yep. Dude, like I totally got pissed off at a wax figure. Fucking A, dumbass. Total. And then once I realized it, I'm like, are you fucking for real? I look over, you are practically on the fucking ground.
I'm just laughing because I realized what was happening because you were standing there waiting for him. And I had already seen it because I walked up to that booth area before and noticed that he was a wax figure. So I was like, huh.
Oh, my God. Fucking dumb, dude. Shit. Well, hey, at least they're good at their job.
Yep. That they were.
Yeah, and then they even had a whole section on Marvel, which I was impressed with.
Yeah, they had that like Ant-Man, and you could actually sit on an ant and take pictures, and they had Hulk in there.
Right. Yep. All the big ones, Iron Man. Oh yeah, they had like a booth where you could take pictures, like how. Iron Man in his lab can bring up the digital screens and the hologram screens in the air. They had like something like that where you could act like you were doing it too. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I was surprised that they had that whole set because that was a huge section on Marvel.
Yep,
that was pretty cool. And then after that, we went to the dungeon.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was cheesy as fuck. It was fun, mind you. It was a lot of fun, but it was super cheesy. Basically, it was the history of torture in the local area around Amsterdam, as far as like the European countries and stuff like that. And they would bring you. They treat you like a prisoner that's going to be tortured. And you start off in a cage, and I don't know what you would call him, not the executioner, but whoever the prison guard is or something like that, would come and get you, and then he would split up the party, splitting people up and sending them off in different ways, which, mind you, you wound up back together again right away, but you go deeper into the dungeon, and it was all a good performance. As far as same thing as the Wax Museum, you go room to room and it's different themed stuff, but there were performers, and it was like you were a part of a show in regards to torture and murder and stuff like that, and even to the point where we walked into one room and it was a courtroom. And they were judging us. They would pick random people out of the crowd, and they would force us to admit to our crimes and they would come up with like obnoxious stuff, man. Just how can I not think of any examples of what it was? But anyway, you would be convicted, and then you would move on to the next room, and in the very next room, one of the people that were convicted would have to stand on this wooden post, and then they had like the fan in the floor with the orange lights with the flames and whatnot, and then they killed all the lights, and they spun the thing around, so it was just this burned skeleton that was on the fucking thing. Oh, that was pretty funny. But yeah,
that was good. Yeah. It was entertaining.
Very entertaining. Yeah, it was cheesy, super cheesy, but definitely worth going to see.
The whole part where you had to like get on all fours and crawl through that tunnel, that was kind of weird.
I don't remember that part. What?
Maybe that was part of the whole splitting up the group. Like my half, at least, there was a part where you had to get on like your hands and knees and crawl through like these fake cobwebs through like this tunnel. Like everybody had to do it, and then on the other side you'd get back up and keep working your way through. But yeah, there was a tunnel you had to crawl through.
Was that like dark maze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never hit that. Oh, that's what took people so long to get, because I assume I must have gone the fastest route or whatever the case may have been, because I walked in there, and then we took a left and another left, and we were in the next room. But I noticed it was only like 4 or 5 of us, and I was like, and then I thought people were going to start piling in, and I was just ahead of everybody else. But then I noticed the 4 or 5 stopped, and it was just us, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sure enough, a couple more would trickle in, a couple more, and then eventually, like the quote-unquote majority of the group was back, but I could tell we were missing people, especially because you were not there. So it was like, where the fuck is Andy? And I'm like, what the fuck is... And then finally you came around. That's what you went through. You had to crawl through shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
There was like these... I'm guessing they were like cut burlap sacks or something like that hanging down to represent cobwebs and stuff like that. But yeah, you had to get on all fours and crawl through this tunnel.
That is so
funny. And it was
funny.
pitch black, so you had to feel your way.
Oh, that's so funny. I can't believe we didn't talk to each other about this, because you assumed we assumed we went through the same shit.
Yep. Huh.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, no, I never went through that. I took a left and a left, and I was there.
Blacker.
Oh, man. That was good. Yeah, both of those were super good.
And that bench that spooked you out because it had that weird, like...
Oh, yeah. It had, like, the mechanism in it that would poke you in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And then it had... wasn't there, like, a little fan or something that would do a poof of air on the back of your neck?
Yeah, yep.
Something like, yeah, that spooked the fuck out of me, man. They were doing a spooky presentation, and dude was running around, getting in people's faces, trying to be scary and intimidating, whatever. And then periodically they'd shut the fucking lights off, and you get poked in the ass, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, dude, is this dude under me? Like, what the shit? And they turn the lights back on, he's on the clear other side of the room. It's like, holy fuck, is there somebody in this bench, like, that is poking my ass? Because that's a little creepy. And then I noticed the little mechanism on like, because there were multiple, so, it would cover, whoever was sitting on the bench, and so it wouldn't be missed. And then, yeah, dude, that was creepy. That was super creepy.
There was that weird, like, really short dude that kept, like, getting close to me. And then at one point when it was, quote unquote, scary, like, he put his head on my shoulder. And I'm like, I need to move.
I got you, boo.
But it's like, you ain't cute.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, there was... I almost got knocked over. I did get knocked over because they shuffled us into one room, and this dude, I kind of ducked back into the corner to let everybody else come in, and this dude, like, stood alongside me, blocking the rest of the traffic, and then whoever was with him stood with him, and basically people were trying to push past them to get in. And they weren't going in. And sure enough, man, fucking, they pushed me over. There was like some kind of little box or something that was like in the corner. And they wound up pushing and shoving me over this box. So it's like, I didn't know what I was above. It looked like a prop, but it was like, dude, if my fat ass sat on it, I would have broke this shit. Like, that's what I was thinking. So I didn't want to break anything. So I'm leaning like all the way the fuck up against this wall on one foot, like praying my foot doesn't slide out from underneath me because I'm leaning so fucking far over. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and I just kind of pointed. I was like, go, dude. And he just shook his head and stood there. And I was like, you fucking dick, do you not see what's going on with me right now? Like, get your fucking ass out of the way. And I couldn't move forward because there were a bunch of people that stood in front of me. So, yeah, I was stuck in that fucking corner until I finally shoved off of the wall and shoved him to the right after the people came in. And then I just gave him this dirty look, and I'm like, you fucking dick, dude. Like, whatever, man. Get the fuck away from me. I think they pack too many people at once in that thing. Like, that's my only complaint about it, is they let too many people go at one time.
Yeah, there could have been probably 5-10 people less.
Yeah, that would have been a lot more comfortable. But what did we do after that?
After we finished that, where did we go? I think we just went and found another coffee shop.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember which one we went to. Because, yeah, we hit
Probably,
up.
didn't we go back to the Quarter Poutine since it was finally open?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because we missed it in the morning. We came back in the afternoon. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place, too. God, man, that is such a good location. Like, right next to the church, having that open spot so you can see the canal. Like, fucking A, I miss that place so much. Yeah, Quarter Poutine. That place is just phenomenal. It's like nice, small, quaint, not crowded. Yeah, great coffee. Absolutely amazing cappuccinos. Fucking sweet. Yeah, and then I think
we went back to the hotel because my ankle was killing me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get off of it.
Yeah, and then we rested for a little bit. And then we went and got food.
Yep. That was when we went and ate right next to the hotel. I think it was like 5 bells or something.
Yeah.
We got I got ribs at least.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. It was, wasn't that in, oh, no. I'm thinking the one across the street. No. This was,
This is the place where we would always stop at the ATM, the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Right when you walk out of the hotel to the right.
That's right.
Because the one on the left of us was that real fancy place where it was like a 3-course meal.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yep.
And then I was like,
no, this is the one on the
across
right, like a bar girl type place.
Yes. Yeah. That was, it was all right. It was pretty good.
Nothing to boast about.
No. But it was good food. I mean, if you're looking for good food, it was definitely, I'm not going to knock them. I mean, it was good food, but it wasn't anything like super special.
Yep.
And then that night we said, fuck it, and went out drinking.
Yep, that was a fun night.
That was a fun night.
Lots of beers.
Oh, my God, so
That was like the
beer.
first night we actually drank stuff. Like everything else, we were just adventuring and just checking things out. But no, that was the first, other than the Heineken tour, obviously. But no, that was the first night we actually went and got drunk. So
yeah. We've been pretty fucking busy and exhausted up until this point. Now we rested a little bit and wanted to blow off some steam. So didn't we go to? Because I wanted to go to the Queen's Head. I had looked it up online before our trip. I was looking up bars and stuff like that I wanted to go check out. And didn't we go get a drink at the Grasshopper or something first? Where did we stop?
no, we were looking for somewhere else, and we ended up going to Queen's Bar.
Okay. So we just, all right. So we said, fuck
I think
it,
we were
let's
just
go straight
walking. That's what we were doing. We just walked over to that part of town. We were just walking down the alley, and we're like, oh, here's a bar. Okay, let's go in here. And that was the Queen's Bar.
there. No, because I wanted to go there. Like I had looked it up. I had looked it up before. I wanted to. It was
thought
on
there
my
was
list
one
of-
other place.
That's what I'm getting at. I thought we stopped somewhere else where we're just like, fuck it, let's check this place out. And then we went in there and like, meh, and then we just went off. We just had like one. I think we had one beer at somewhere. Well, obviously it wasn't that memorable. But
Fair enough.
but when we got to that Queen's Head, man, and we met Yuri, oh man,
Great bartender.
Talk about the fucking spot. Oh my God. One of the best bartenders I've ever met in my fucking life. Yuri, if you're listening to this, you are a saint, sweetheart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Yuri had a lot of conversation for us, especially when he got all excited we were American.
Yep.
Oh.
Because he likes to speak English. Like,
Yes.
The fact that we only spoke English, he was excited about that. So
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
just
and
lots
asking
of
us-
stories.
Yeah, just basic stories, talking about where we're from and what we do, and just differences in the countries. And then we wound up going back there a couple of times. It was so funny that, what was that, the second time we went back there, what did they have? They had, because we had missed it, but they had like some kind of karaoke deal going on. And,
Yeah, yep.
Yuri was like, "Oh, you Americans should have been in here because there were a couple people that came up that should have been shot." Like, oh, thanks for the gun assumption. All right.
Pretty much.
Oh man, but yeah,
It blew his mind that everybody drives here instead of walks or rides their bike like they do there.
oh yeah,
He's like, you both have vehicles? It's like, yeah,
yep,
we drive everywhere.
right. Yeah, and I can see now, like now that we visited Amsterdam, I can see why that blows people's minds that everybody here has vehicles and everybody there doesn't.
Yep.
It's crazy to think, like now that we've been there and we've come back, it is crazy to think about how much we take for granted the amount of space that we have here.
Yep.
Like, not to say there's no nice place to live out there, but seeing how condensed everything is there is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Even down to the streets and the walkways and everything. Just everything there is condensed. All the stores, all the restaurants. And it's strange to think because out here, we all have our bubble. You know, like, stay the fuck out of my bubble, right? Like when we're walking next to people, when we're sitting next to people, you know, strangers. I'm talking strangers, not like friends or whatnot, but total strangers, right? When you go into the bars out here, you have at least 2 feet between tables and chairs. Like when people are occupying these tables and chairs, like if you have, you know, 6 people at a table and another 6 people at a table and everybody's sitting there, they're all talking, relaxed, you know, leaning back in their chairs, there is at least 2 feet between these tables. Whereas in Amsterdam, you guys are shoulder to shoulder. Like with
it
the
was
strangers.
crazy how close everybody was.
Yeah. And everybody's fine with it. Everybody's totally okay with it. It's just that was a big culture shock for me, is how okay it was to be directly next to strangers. And honestly, now that I just thought of it, that actually makes a lot of sense why they have a higher amount of pickpockets there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's much easier to get away with it it's much easier to get away with it if it's okay to be in somebody's bubble. So, wow, I went on a tangent. What the fuck were we talking about?
I think we were still at Queen's Bar.
Oh yeah, Yuri. I love you, Yuri. I miss you so much, Yuri.
Well, it's funny because we were talking to, you know, all the, like, the people that were there, and everybody had like unique names, like, you know, like Yuri and stuff. And then I asked the other bartender, I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" He's like, "Rob." And I thought I misheard it because I was expecting something unique. And I was like, "What?" And Yuri's like, "Rob."
That's so funny. I remember that conversation. You, me, and Yuri were talking about that, like how everybody's name's unique, and just fucking, he was so mad, Rob.
And I'm like, oh. But I guess it was Roberto. But,
but Yuri was just purposely calling him Rob from that point on, just to piss him off. Oh, God, I miss that guy so fucking much. Oh, man. Yeah. Damn it. I should have got his email or something. Bitch. Oh, man. Yeah, that was...
We definitely hung over the next morning.
100% hungover, man. I was feeling it. So guilty. So guilty. Oh, yeah.
We slept until like 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, you got up a little earlier.
Yeah, I got up early, watched some TV, took a shower. And...
Yeah. But that was like lazy day. Like.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the day we went to the Grasshopper.
Okay, yeah. And had lunch there. And
yep.
Yeah, that was good food. That was such good food.
I was too hungover to eat it all.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, fuck. The burgers they came out with were so massive. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yep.
And, you know, now that I think back on it, maybe it wasn't the fact that they were massive. Maybe it was because we were both hungover and just weren't that hungry. But
we ate like 2/3 of it, and then we're like done. We asked for the check, and she's like, "You're done? Are you sure?"
Well, I think it was a combination of things. The fact that we didn't finish our food, and One thing I did notice out there is people take their time. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
I did start to pick up on that when we went. The more we went to restaurants, is that while we're sitting there like, the fuck is our check? You know, they just expect you to stay a while.
Yep. Yeah, out there they don't bring you your check like they do here. Like you ask for it when you're done and ready for it. Like here,
Right.
it almost feels like, okay, you're done eating, get out so we can serve the next customer.
Right.
Here's your check. You know, there it seems like, yeah, like you said, they want to keep you there.
Exactly. Capitalism at its finest, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Cool. We're glad to serve you. Now get the fuck out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that surprised her. We're like, yep, we're ready to go. Oh. Moving fast, sweetheart. Keep up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good food there. And then, yeah, you wanted to tour that church.
Yep. Yeah, because I looked up, historical buildings and stuff like that, and yeah, the church there, it's one of the first churches that were ever built there. It was built in 1306.
Yeah.
A lot of the original stonework, and granted, it's been remodeled several times, and I know at one point, there was vandalism to it and stuff like that, and a lot of things have been changed, but all the original stonework on the flooring, yeah, that was really cool.
That was incredible to see that stonework. I was impressed. Normally that's not a really? Seriously?
Choo choo.
I am shocked that, okay, of all the times I've been to your house and as many times as I've driven over those train tracks, I have never seen a train come by. Ever.
They usually at night. It's rare that it comes through in the middle of the day on Saturday or any day.
I was going to say. So
Yeah.
when I heard that train horn, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Right as we're recording.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really wasn't into, because you know me, I'm not that huge into history, but it was very humbling to look at how fine of artwork was in that stone, and knowing how long, because I mean, we have technology today, but in 1306, like, I mean, obviously it probably wasn't made that year, but we're talking about that age of man.
Yep.
We're talking about over 700 years ago, to see that kind of detail in these stones that are in the ground, and to live, for it to live and survive that long, was very humbling. It was incredible to see. Yeah. Especially that room that had all those little trinkets and Bibles and
Oh yeah, yep.
behind the glass there. Yeah, that books, fucking books surviving that long is like, holy shit, are you kidding me right now? Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff in there. I didn't
Yeah, it
like
was fun.
that.
I was glad that we went in there.
I didn't like that. Like, I was super uncomfortable because they had like a courtroom in there where it seemed like, that's what they brought people to.
Condemn them.
Or yeah, because that would have been that time and age.
Yeah.
So that podium that was on that post that had like a round, think of like on a ship's mast, the top where they can, look out onto the ocean and see if there's land or anything like that. They had that like that around one of the posts. And you could tell that's where the quote unquote judges of the church would stand up there and judge you. Like, standing in front of that thing was like, okay, this is uncomfortable as fuck. And I think it's meant to be that way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was creepy. But, and as a whole, it was an amazing sight. It was an awe-inspiring sight.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think we just walked around a little and went back to the hotel.
Yep. Yeah, because we were still hungover, so
God,
we were just tired.
Didn't want to waste a day on our trip, but god damn, we drank so much at Queen's Head.
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, when did we do that next day?
That's when we went to that pancake place.
Oh, my God.
The Pancake Bakery.
Was it
that's what it
bakery
was,
or
right?
factory?
I think it was bakery.
Bakery. My
Yep.
God, those pancakes were amazing.
Big as the plate.
Yeah, as big as the plate, and you could literally make up any kind of pancake you could fucking think of. Like, you went sweet and I went savory. Did you? Yeah, you went sweet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
What did you have?
I don't remember. No, there was... I think there's whipped cream in it, chocolate. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff in it.
Yeah, and then I went savory, and I went eggs and mushrooms. It was so good. You would think, like, it's a pancake. Like, are you sure? Like, is that going to be like a thing? Whatever. And sure enough, man, that pancake came out so good. Oh man, it was so good. That's some of the best food I've ever had. I can tell why the line was so long. We waited in line to get into that place for like, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, about that. It was a line outside.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Worth it, though. Totally worth it. Yeah, good stuff. Pancake Bakery. Yeah. And then, I think what was the name of that candy store we went to after that?
I don't remember. It was right next to that canal because we were just walking down and we've seen it.
That was right across the way from the Grasshopper, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we got some candy to bring home and some stroopwafel candy and like all kinds of shit.
You got some stuff you were going to bring home to your mom?
We don't got to talk about that.
No? Because you ate it.
It was too good. It was too fucking
I knew
good.
it. I even called that shit. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go buy some chocolate for my mom. I'm like, you're going to eat it. Sure shit you did.
I gave her half.
I'm sure.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. That fucking Belgian chocolate out there is fucking amazing. Holy shit.
Stupid.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'll get you some next time.
Yeah. We're going again. I promise. And then we hung out and went back to the Queen's Head.
Yep. Like, let's go get some more beers.
Fuck yeah. Partied with Yuri again.
Yuri's like, you guys drank a lot of beer last night.
Yeah, us Americans, we can hold our booze. Kind of.
They came in big mugs too.
Oh my God. Yeah, those things were like when you get a tall here, it just talking ounces wise, not like what you would think glass wise, but that had to be twice as much.
Yep.
Like they take their drinking very fucking seriously out there when it comes to beer. Oh my God, I could fit my arm almost into the handle of that mug.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a huge fucking mug of beer. What were we drinking the whole time? Was it just Heineken?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good advertising. Go to the fucking Heineken tour, and that's all we drink is Heineken.
Well, it seemed like most places, because of the headquarters being there, that's what they served was Heineken.
Very true. And it was cheap. It was cheaper
Yep.
than here, which was fucking great. That made me super happy. It's like, yes, we're in the homeland.
Well, I guess it depends on where you're at here, In our territory, beer is only going to cost you $3,
Well, no, but I'm talking Heineken.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because a 6-pack of Heineken goes for what, $9, $10?
Yep.
Something like that. But out there, we were paying what? For that big of a fucking glass, like €2-3?
Yeah, it was like 2.
Yeah. For that many ounces of beer. That whole fucking mug was a 6-pack. That was a lot of fucking beer. Holy shit, that was a lot of beer. Yeah.
Trying to think, what did we do? No, at that point we were just looking for stuff to do because we kind of did everything we planned initially.
I think we planned that trip 2 days too long.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then we decided to go to the zoo.
Oh God, yeah, that god awful long walk. Because, I mean, your ankle was sore. My foot was sore because I changed my inserts out on my fucking shoes before we went. I put, what was it? I think I put the originals back in.
No, you put aftermarket ones in, and you wish you had kept the original ones in.
Right. Yeah. So, fucking A. What a mistake, because by that time, my fucking foot hurt super bad. And that walk was killer, because we pretty much walked all the way the fuck across town to get to that zoo.
The weather had been nice the whole time, but that specific day, the temperature had dropped a lot, and then the wind was pretty strong, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a good day to do that. We should have said to hell with it. Oh, man.
We had fun there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see their zoo, and pretty much like our zoos, only there were two things in that zoo that I was like, holy shit, I wish we did things this way. The one was when we walked through that quote-unquote like forest area with all the birds and the lizards and the monkeys just freely out amongst you.
Yep. Yeah. Like you could reach out and touch them like you were in the same room as them.
Yeah, that was crazy. And before you think like orangutans or anything like these were smaller. What were they? I can't like remember the name of them. They were just
monkeys or something.
Yeah, they were just tiny monkeys. They weren't like the ones that'll rip your fucking face off.
The ones that'll just give you herp or something.
That big red ass. Yeah, but no, that was cool. And then that aquarium was fucking awesome.
Yep, that was really cool.
That was my favorite part. They had a lot of huge rooms in there. My God, there were some big fucking fish in there. Holy shit. And of course, now I'm a Meridome. I can't think of any of the names of the fish. But I mean, some of these fish were, dude, they were 10, 12 feet long. Looking like 3-4 feet tall. I guess. I don't know how to fucking. I don't want to say around because it's not like they're round, but you know what I'm saying. Like these fish are fucking huge, dude. Huge fish. Yeah, that was a fucking sweet aquarium. And then they had side rooms and now that we're talking about the zoo, I totally forgot about that area that has all the butterflies and stuff.
Oh yeah, the butter. Yep.
Yeah, and they would lure them out with fruit. And then they would even land on you, you know. It was like crazy. It was like being in a fucking Disney movie. Yeah, that was really funny. It was cool.
That was cool when we were like going and grabbing all that grass and giving it to the birds, and they would immediately pick it up and bring it to their nests.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. That's right, because I noticed that one of the plants was like, it was against the grate, but it was just one side of it. The one that was against the grate was not growing and completely picked clean. And I was like, these motherfuckers are robbing this plant. So I grabbed one of the leaves and I just kind of like, I tried to hold it so I'd take it from my hand, and they were sketched out. There was like no fucking way. But I dropped it in there, and sure enough, they bolted for that fucking grass to go build a fucking nest with it.
Yep. And so we kept doing it.
And eventually I got one to take one out of the hand. That was fucking great. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot all about that part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We were going to take the train back, but they only took train cards.
Yeah, you can't use cash or coins. Nope. I swear to God, I thought you could use coins. Like, why wouldn't you be able to use coins? But then again, I wonder if it's like a tourist thing.
Maybe.
Because that blew my mind that we could not pay cash. Like, it was only the train card. You had to get a train card or a tour card or whatever it was.
So we had to walk all the way back.
Right. Oh, that was such a long walk. Noted for next time, man. We got to pick up one of those passes before we go. Yep. Fucking A.
Yeah. You were in a lot of pain by the time we got back.
I was a hurting unit. I was like, yeah, let's grab a bite to eat and head back and fucking call it good.
Yeah, we just stopped at that Italian place we were walking past and got pizza, I thought.
Did we get pizza or pasta?
Oh yeah, we did get pasta, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about pizza.
Oh yeah. 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 It looked like that one. That was the first place we ate at where I was like, "Oh, this looks cheesy." This looks like a cheesy joint, but it was actually super good.
Yep.
It was super good.
The only
food.
thing I wish we had done differently was not sit next to the door where it was super windy and cold.
Oh yeah, we had the breeze coming in, and yeah, fucking hey, that was a cold day. I was shocked at that. It was perfectly fine the day before. Yeah, and then we passed the fuck out.
Yep. 'Cause that was the day before we were headed home.
Oh yeah, where we went across. We went and got coffee at Cordia.
Or were we there one more day? Yeah, we were one more day. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
because
2
we
days
went
before.
across
Okay.
the water.
Yep.
Yeah, we went across the water. We took that ferry, which was cool. It's cool they have free ferries that go across the river like that. And then that's where we went on that tower. There's this huge tower on the other side of the river where it has a observer deck all the way at the top that has like a bar and everything. And we sat up there and we had coffee and cake. And on the very, very, very top, you can go outside, like actually on the roof. And they have it where you can take pictures off the roof and everything. But they had this huge swing up there that was just crazy. I'm like, no, I'm good. But it was total tourist trappy.
Yep.
It was everything there was just obnoxiously expensive. And when you walk in, you like they do like a picture thing where you're sitting on an iron girder, and it's green screened. So when you sit on the iron girder, they show you like, they crop your picture and then it looks like you're like over the city, like falling over, whatever. And so then they send you up the elevator. That elevator was fucking sick, dude. Talk about like a rave party in an elevator.
Yep.
But yeah, then you take the elevator up and then you can go on the deck and see everything. But right after we took the elevator up, the fucker broke.
Yep.
So yeah, and then they closed it down. They shut it down. So we got in there at just the right time. And that's when we headed over to, what was right next door to it? What was that place called?
This is Holland.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's it. God, that was cool. It was one of those big, like you sit in a seat and it's got the video in front. And that was a long intro though, dude. Like we, going in through those 2 introductions, I'm like, dude, this better not be the whole fucking tour.
Yep.
But eventually you get in there and that you sit in those seats that extend out to that huge screen, and they fly you over like all of the Netherlands and Holland and all of that to show you like the different places that you can go and different things like the tulip fields and Schiphol Airport and pretty much everything about the entire country. And
Yep.
yeah, no, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good experience. Not very touristy trappy. All the trinkets and fucking stuff downstairs totally was way too expensive. Yeah, and after that we took the ferry back, and we had that Chinese place, Walk to Walk. So
Yep.
WOK to WALK. So Walk to Walk was actually an amazing fast food Chinese place. Like, I wish we had those fucking things here. I would be eating there way too much.
Stupid fat American.
Pretty much. No, it was fucking sweet. You get the short little menu, and then you get to pick all your ingredients to make a Chinese dish. And they literally make it in less than 5 minutes. Like, you are in and out. It's like a walking drive-through. And holy shit. And it was inexpensive too. It was only like 5-6 euros. It was super cheap.
Lots of food, and it was good.
Yeah. So, and then we had our final meal at Formosa, Argentina, and holy shit, I was not expecting that much food.
Well, we were looking over the menu for a long time, and we're the only two people in this place. And then the bartender or the waiter suggested, like, we order that. Like, it was like a test everything platter, kind of.
Sampler platter, yeah.
Sampler, yeah.
Sure as fuck
And-
was.
Yep. It basically was two of everything, of all their
Right.
meats and everything.
And it came out on a grill.
Yep.
Like,
It was like this little hand grill.
yeah. That was the trippiest thing I've ever seen in a restaurant. Like, it was like a metal box that had coals in it, that had a grate on the top of it that was still grilling food to keep it hot. And then you had these spikes that had the already grilled meat on the top of it. And it came out sizzling. Like, it was like, that was crazy. That was so crazy to see that.
Yep.
And you just pick your meat off the quote-unquote grill on your fucking table.
Yep.
And it's like,
That is split in half, because each side where the handle was in the middle, and then each side was like the meat, and they had it split up, and there was two of each, and there was like brats and chicken and ribs and pork chops and steaks and 2 pieces of corn, and then there was mashed potatoes and salad. It's like, Jesus.
oh yeah, it was a mountain of food. And it just totally puts to shame every time, when they bring out, that's what I thought of, is like when they bring out the skillet that's sizzling, like you like when you get fajitas.
At TGI Fridays or something.
Yeah. And they come out with that sizzling skillet. It's like, oh, look at what we can do. No, trust me, nothing in America that I've seen yet is going to trump that fucking bringing an actual grill and putting it on your table.
Nope.
Yeah, that was awesome. We picked an awesome last meal for that. And then we went home.
Yep. I was ready by then. I was like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, I think we made that trip 2 days too long. So I think going forward, I think we should just plan 5 days for wherever we're going to be. Just 5 days, couple days worth of travel. Because, yeah, a whole 7 days there. Because we planned, 9 days total for the entire trip? So I think I think it needs to come down to just a week, 7 days. Just standard.
2 days travel, 5 days visiting and exploring.
Yep. Exactly. Because, those last 2 days we were just kind of like, okay. Fun, but, yeah.
Yep.
We're done.
Got to the airport, and you called Ricky, and you're like, hey, can you come get us?
Oh, yeah, dude. And that fucking chick freaked out at the airport.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot all about that. Because I was so excited to tell Ricky about that when I got in the fucking car. This lady, I thought she was asking for the food place, but we're standing in front of the airport now. So we've gotten off the plane. We've walked through the interior of the airport, and we're at the carport now where cars can pick up and drop people off. And we're standing there and we're waiting for Ricky when this lady comes out of the front doors and asks this guy where, and I totally spaced this. I wasn't paying attention to how she asked it. It was, where's the subway? And the guy stammered a bit, and he was like, excuse me? And because if I was paying attention, I probably would have did the same thing. Like, where is the subway? I want the best sandwich,
You think food.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, my attention kicks in when I hear subway, the subway. Where is the subway? And I look over, and this broad is getting pissed the fuck off on this random fucking attendant at the airport about us not having a fucking subway. It's like, bitch, you're in Fargo, North Dakota. What the fuck? This ain't New York City. This ain't Manhattan. We don't have fucking subways here. You're out of your damn mind. Call a cab, bitch. Like, yeah, she told him a new one because there's no subway or tram or any kind of fucking rail. It's like, really? Seriously? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand how that happens. Like, what part of you just made you believe that Fargo has a fucking subway? If we did have one, great. But I want to know what the fuck. I bet you she was from New York or Manhattan or Jersey or some shit. And
Jersey.
I'm trying to pick a lower part of Manhattan, or just like somewhere ghetto, and dirty Jersey. But anyway, I bet she's from one of those major metropolises that has an entire full-featured, L and subway, and has never gotten out from under the rock. And this was her first time. Like, maybe she had some distant family here that she was finally coming to visit, and she gets off the plane and just expects there to be a fucking subway. Like, did you not pay attention to the microscopic fucking airport that you walked through when you got off the fucking plane? Like, seriously,
Yep.
You walked 20 feet and you were outside. Like, fuck, man. Use your brain. Like, holy shit. I guess the part that I'm just tripping on is how mad she got at that random dude.
Yeah, like it's one thing, just think, hey, maybe they got a tram here or something, but her, getting that upset about it.
Yeah, she was yelling at him. She was yelling at him. Like, oh, you're no help. Like, fuck you, lady. Holy shit, fuck you. Go walk.
You should have sent her back inside and told her false directions.
Oh, damn it. That would have been so good. Oh, my God. I should have just patted that guy on the shoulder. Like, I'm sorry. I'll handle this, ma'am. No, just go about your business there and just tell her. Holy shit. Yeah. That would have been fucking perfect. I totally should have done that. Oh, man. I should have told her it cost like $100 to get a ticket too. Fuck. Oh, well. I was too tired. You were too tired.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you fucking drove home that same day. Because technically, I mean, our plane didn't leave Amsterdam until what, 11?
Yeah.
So our plane left Amsterdam at 11. We were on the plane for 9.5 hours back, almost 10.
Yeah.
It was like almost 10 hours back. Okay, so now technically on Amsterdam time, we're at 8, 9 o'clock at night. We get back here, and it's only like 2 in the afternoon.
I was later than that.
Was it?
Because it was getting dark. Yeah, it was about 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yep.
Okay, yeah, because we were coming.
Yeah, because when I drove back, it was dark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now we're at. At any rate, by the time you got home, it was like what, 7 a.m. something like that. Like we had been awake for how fucking long?
Long time.
I can't remember. I did the math on it when that next couple day or two after, but I can't remember now. But yeah, that was brutal coming back. Not as bad as jet lag as I expected.
Yep.
But
I wasn't too tired until like 3/4 of the way home. Then I really got tired. I was like, maybe I should nap, but nah, I just pushed through and
yeah. Fucking beast.
It was the one time where I caught myself almost falling asleep, and that spooked me awake. So I was like, okay, I'm awake now.
All right, we're good.
Oh, man, that could have been bad.
No, it was good to be home, though.
Mm-hmm.
God, what a fucking adventure, dude.
It was fun. It's a good time.
It was a great time. It's your turn to pick.
Yep. We'll figure it out.
Any thoughts cross your mind?
Not yet. Somewhere warm.
Somewhere warmer. South America, maybe?
I don't know. Oh, Florida.
No, fuck that. You're going on your own. I am not.
That'd be an adventure on its own.
Oh, my God. A bad one.
I didn't say a good or bad.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You did not define good or bad. No, we are not fucking going to Florida. Fuck that. I'm good. No, we should go to Bora Bora, homie.
I don't know. Oh, look.
You're paying.
I'll shop around.
You're paying.
Oh, really?
Dude, Bora
I'll pay
Bora.
when you pay me.
Bora Bora is like one of the most expensive vacations that you can take because the island is so secluded.
Oh, yeah.
And on top of that, like not only is the island secluded, but all the amenities there are like, high class, whatnot.
Gotcha.
So like a weekend in Bora Bora for like one person, it runs from like $5,000 to $7,000. Like
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Like it's okay. The world has lots of beaches. So, yeah. Hey, let's go to Africa, South Africa.
No.
No? Come on, homie. I want to be gangsta, just like the Antwoord.
We're good.
I learned everything I know from them, man. We'll be fine. God damn, I would love to get them in the studio. The Antwoord? Holy shit, that would be a good fucking podcast. That would be a bomb fucking podcast. Holy shit. Man.
I'd have a lot to talk about.
Holy fuck, I'd have so many fucking questions, man. Holy fuck. Did you hear them and Eminem had some beef? Like they had beef with Eminem. I think
so, yeah.
That blew my mind. I was like, how the fuck does that even happen? That's like Dr. Dre having beef with Hilltop Hoods. Like, how the fuck was that connection made? Oh, yeah, that's like some long distance beef right there. Okay, I think we're good. I think we talked about our adventure enough.
Yeah, why not? I got fam coming over, I think.
Yeah. It was a good episode. Good pair of episodes. This is a big fucking... God, man, I can't believe we spent close to 4 hours on this shit. That is crazy.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. No, because I guarantee you that fucking Tech Life episode is going to be... That'll be another two-parter. Guaranteed two-parter. Guaranteed. Maybe three. Yeah. I would not be surprised if it was 3 parts. Seriously. 100% would not be surprised. We have collected such a huge volume of stories from that bullshit. Oh my God. So, cool. Alrighty, well, I suppose, homie, I will talk to you later.
Sounds good. Catch you on the flip side, man.
Peace.
Later.
Bye. Alrighty, guys and gals, that concludes the adventure in Amsterdam with Andy and I. Keep on the lookout for the next one. I've got an interesting guest, as well as a little surprise. Don't get too excited. Remember, I'm a rookie at this game. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at RumorCast. And if you got a good story, I want to hear about it, so make sure you let me know by filling out the form under the speak link at rumorcast.com. Thanks again, peoples. Talk to you soon.